This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
We're working to connect a region of over 600 new bridges between our lands.
Welcome to ASEAN in Focus. I'm Judith Demero delivering to you the latest news in and around the ASEAN region on today's headlines. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo will travel this week to the Philippines. The State Department said Friday as the former U.S. colony increasingly flirts with regional giant China. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's armored train jogged across China as he headed to his highly anticipated second summit with U.S. President Donald Trump in Vietnam. And flag carrier Philippine Airlines or PAL announced Friday it will undergo a system upgrade by March in a bid to achieve its goal of being a five-star carrier. Isolated light rains are expected in parts of the Philippines as the northeast monsoon affects the whole country. According to the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration, Bicol region and the provinces of Aurora and Quezon will experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated light rains. Metro Manila and the rest of the country, on the other hand, will experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies. Moderate to strong winds will prevail over eastern section of Visayas and Mindanao, which will experience moderate to rough coastal waters. The rest of the country will experience light to moderate winds and slight to moderate coastal waters. Meanwhile, Typhoon Butip, which Pag-asa said may enter the Philippine area of responsibility on Wednesday or Thursday, was seen 1,815 kilometers east of southern Luzon, still outside PAR. It is packing maximum sustained winds of 185 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 225 kilometers per hour and moving northwest at 10 kilometers per hour. Meanwhile, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo will travel this week to the Philippines. The State Department said Friday as the former U.S. colony increasingly flirts with regional giant China. Pompeo will travel to Manila on February 28 and March 1 for talks with President Rodrigo Duterte. State Department spokesman Robert Palladino said the top U.S. diplomat will be paying the visit on his way back from Hanoi, where he is joining President Donald Trump for his closely watched second summit with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. President Xi Jinping visited Manila in November, offering trade and investment incentives. Duterte has bristled at all criticism over his sweeping crackdown on drugs and crime, but Trump has hailed Duterte's actions as a sign of toughness. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's armored train jogged across China on Sunday as he headed to his highly anticipated second summit with U.S. President Trump in Vietnam. Emulating his late father and grandfather who took epic train trips when they were leaders, Kim set off on the long journey from Pyongyang on Saturday. The train crossed the border city of Bandung later that day and was expected to reach Beijing on Sunday morning, according to South Korea's Yonhap News Agency and the specialist outlet NK News. The train's crossing into China follows days of speculation over Kim's secretive travel plans, as his team gathered in Hanoi ahead of the talks expected next Wednesday and Thursday. His departure from the Pyongyang railway station was confirmed by North Korea's official KCNA news agency, but the Chinese side has yet to report on what could be a 60-hour journey to Vietnam. Accompanying the North Korean leader was right-hand man and top General Kim Yong-chol, who met with Trump in the White House last month, along with several other top dignitaries, KCNA said. Security was tight before the train's arrival in Dandong, with police cordoning off the riverfront some 100 meters from bridge with tape and metal barriers. A hotel-facing bridge was closed from impromptu renovations on Saturday. Windows on the train were blacked out, the source said, with only headlights turned on as it crossed. Donald Trump said Kim Jong-un could soon put North Korea on the fast track to becoming a major power, as his former rival chugged across China in an armored train heading to their highly anticipated summit in Vietnam. After North Korea's leader began his 4,000-kilometer epic from Pyongyang to Hanoi on Saturday, the U.S. president files out of Washington on Monday for their second meeting. Images from North Korean state media showed citizens cheering Kim as he waved from the train at the start of what could be a 60-hour journey to the Vietnamese capital. The train crossed the border city of Dandong later Saturday, according to South Korea's Yonhap news agency and the specialist outlet NK News, although the last leg of his journey could be by road. The train's crossing into China follows days of speculation over Kim's travel plans ahead of talks expected next Wednesday and Thursday. Accompanying the North Korean leader was right-hand man and top General Kim Yong-chol, who met Trump at the White House last month. His sister and close aide Kim Yo-jong and other high-ranking officials, the official KCNA news agency said. The Vietnam summit is a follow-up to a meeting in Singapore last June, which signaled a dramatic reset in relations between two leaders who had been spent previous months saber-rattling and trading insults. Although that meeting led to little concrete progress in Trump's demands for North Korea to end its nuclear weapons program, the U.S. leader has changed his tune towards a rival he once ridiculed as Rocket Man. While his top diplomat Mike Pompeo tempered expectations about what could be achieved in Hanoi, Trump said North Korea could become one of the world's great economic powers if it relinquishes its nuclear arsenal. Vietnamese Prime Minister Nguyen Xuan Phuc visits the International Media Center ahead of a summit between Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un this week.
Việt Nam đảm bảo an ninh an toàn tuyệt đối cho vị khách quý đến Việt Nam để thể hiện đất nước Việt Nam hòa bình, an ninh an toàn và Việt Nam tạo mọi điều kiện thuận lợi cho các nhà lãnh đạo, các phái đoàn, phóng viên báo chí làm sự kiện này ở đất nước Việt Nam.
Here right now at Spanish Banks, one of Vancouver's popular beaches, where you get a great view of the Vancouver skyline and the North Shore Mountains. Make sure you tune into Digital Nest every Tuesday and Thursday. I am Luquino, your EBC Canada correspondent, and I'm 1 with 25.
Hello Digital Nesters, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to watch our future features.
Welcome back. Myanmar's military Saturday said they would thwart attempts by leader Aung San Suu Kyi's party to alter the essence of the country's controversial constitution, putting the army and civilian administration on a collision course over the politically charged issue. Suu Kyi's National League for Democracy, or NLD, dominated 2015 elections, ending decades of military-backed rule. But because of a 2008 charter scripted by the military, the NLD was forced into an uneasy power-sharing agreement. The Constitution grants the armed services control of security ministries and a quarter of unelected parliamentary seats. That has the military an effective veto over constitutional change. But the NLD-dominated parliament voted earlier this month to form a cross-party committee to look at reforms of the charter, a key campaign pledge. The party will be allocated 18 out of 45 seats on the panel. The military will have 8, and the remainder will be divided between other parties. There has been no detail about the specific reforms, but military MPs stood up in protest when the idea was first mooted. Major General Tun Tun Yi told reporters in Yangon that 45 people is not enough to review the charter, and the process would not be fair. Tun Tun Yi said the army is not opposed to amendments, but they are rejecting trying to change the constitution this way. Brigadier General and military MP Dan So said they would take part in the panel but would oppose changes to the essence of the Constitution, echoing rare comments by Commander-in-Chief Min Aung Hlaing in an interview this month with Japanese paper Asahi Shimbun.
Now, General, we are going to set the Peloma, a tributary, democracy, federal, a check and get out of possible, Najawan, we pay hard on you. We are low mercy, yet the Asin, Kisan, General, Lieutenant Hope.
Debates over the Constitution are highly sensitive in Buddhist majority Myanmar, especially among nationalist movements. The military is still fighting with ethnic armed groups in border areas and has said its role in politics is necessary for stability. But critics say it does not want to relinquish influence. The 2008 charter also prevents anyone with a foreign spouse from becoming president, a measure believed to be aimed at Suu Kyi, who had a family with the late British academic Michael Iris. The decision to form the panel came just a few days after a court handed death sentences to the killers behind the 2017 murder of Muslim lawyer and Suu Kyi advisor Connie. In other news, reports that U.S. and Chinese officials are now starting with the framework to be used for a possible trade deal between their economies, boosted both the Philippine Stock Exchange Index, or PSEI, and the peso on Friday. PSEI gained 0.39% or 30.83 points to 7,962.3 points, with Regina Capital Managing Director Luis Limlingan traced to the update on the U.S.-China trade talks. Limlingan said reports of more indications, particularly from Europe and Japan, pointing to a possible global economic slowdown, was outpaced by the news on the U.S.-China trade discussions. Citing reports, Limlingan said that China has put forward a proposal to increase by $30 billion annually its purchases from the U.S. to include agricultural commodities such as soybeans, corn, and wheat. This latest turnout was noted by investigators, thus the general risk on sentiment in the Philippines equities market during the day. All shares mirrored the main gauge after it rose 0.55% or 26.83 points to 4,883.83 points. Property rose 1.12% and was followed by holding firms 0.60%, industrial 0.47%, and services 0.26%. However, financials and mining and oil fell 0.99% and 0.19% respectively. Meanwhile, flag carrier Philippine Airlines or PAL announced Friday it will undergo a system upgrade by March in a bid to achieve its goal of being a 5-star carrier. In its official social media account, PAL announced that it would upgrade its system to Amadeus Altea to provide passengers faster and more convenient transactions. In March 2018, PAL signed a partnership with Altea Suite, a passenger service system that streamlines air travel processes, such as reservation, flight management, departure control, among others. Having this airline IT system, according to PAL, would enhance the online check-in processes, make booking experience easier, and make other transactions faster and seamless. PAL earlier said it needs the necessary technology to help the carrier achieve its 5-star goal. In 2018, PAL received a 4-star rating from Skytrax, an international air transport rating organization. The rating was based on the carrier's in-flight and on-ground services.
Iba't ibang di pangkaraniwang pangyayari ang nagaganap sa ating komunidad sa buong bansa at magiging sa iba't ibang panig ng daigdig.
Mga pangyayaring nagpapakilo sa damdamin, nagsisilbing inspirasyon at nakakaapekto sa mga mamamayan.
Sa mata ng Agila, patuloy kaming maghahatid ng tunay, patas at balanse mga balita na walang ibang motibo kundi serbisyo publiko.
Subaybayan ang mga hatid naming balita sa Eaglenews.PH Facebook at Twitter pages.
At sa Eagle News Live YouTube channel.
At sa aming website, ang Eaglenews.PH.
Mata ng Agila! Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 6 hanggang alas 7:30 ng gabi.
Landmarks, Linggo, alas 6 hanggang alas 7 ng gabi.
Hi everyone, I'm Maria Marikio and today I'm here at the Japanese Gardens in Portland, Oregon. If you want to experience greenery and unique landscaping, as well as peace, tranquility, tune in to EBC Digital Nest. I'm Maria Marikio and I'm 1 with 25.
Welcome back. Researchers from ASEAN-based think tanks and academic institutions met at the ASEAN Secretariat, or ASEC, to exchange views and generate ideas on achieving the objectives of ASEAN Vision 2025 and the ASEAN Socio-Cultural Community Blueprint 2025, as well as on the raising of ASEAN awareness in the region. The first consultative meeting with think tanks held by the ASEC's ASEAN Socio-Cultural Community Department was also attended by representatives from the ASEAN University Network, UNICEF, and UN Women. The meeting, which was in line with ASCC's community building efforts to build a creative, innovation and responsive ASEAN, provided an interactive platform to discuss issues relating to the increasing the knowledge capacity of the ASCC pillar. It also provided an opportunity for these academics and researchers to network among themselves. Deputy Secretary General for ASEAN for ASCC Kung Fowak said they are at a critical moment and participation from think tanks will assist in shaping their direction. He strongly encouraged the participants to share issues of relevance to ASCC in light of emerging regional developments and global megatrends such as climate change. In the one-day meeting, various issues like the growth of digital economy and utilization of technology were identified to have an impact on ASEAN member states' employment structure. In particular, the meeting discussed the importance of harnessing technology, such as artificial intelligence or AI, to address data gaps, which would be useful especially in times of disasters, while recognizing the gadgets and information communication technology have been commonly used by the ASEAN people daily. The participants reckoned the greater concrete steps need to be adopted to also support those populace who do not have access to such information know-how. To increase greater ASEAN awareness, the participants concurred on the importance for key ASEAN documents to be in both English and international local languages for wider accessibility. Other relevant recommendations include for a successive annual forum to be convened and to share on the upcoming priorities of the respective ASCC sectoral bodies with the think tanks and research institutions. In Hanoi's bustling old quarter, souvenir vendor Trong Than Duc is busy making t-shirts for the upcoming summit between U.S. President Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Take a look.
Những cái ý tưởng này với hội nghị là tôi bày tỏ cái tấm lòng của tôi là vì các nhà lãnh đạo chỉ mong muốn hòa bình, thì một người dân nhỏ bé thì tôi mong muốn là thông qua những chiếc áo này là đã gửi đến một cái thông điệp, tức là mọi người dân Việt Nam đều mong muốn hạnh phúc, ấm no và ổn định. Những cái áo này tôi bán được thì tôi sẽ kiếm được đồng tiền và chia sẻ với những người dân nghèo của thành phố Hà Nội mưu sinh kiếm sống bằng nước và bánh mì miễn phí.
Đã đến Hà Nội và đợt này tôi cũng rất muốn là mặc chiếc áo này để ra đường vẫy chào và đón tiếp hai tổng thống. Đấy.
And that is the latest news in the Southeast Asian nations. Stay updated about the ASEAN region. I'm Judith Yamera, and I'm on with 25.
I am here at Gastown, which is a National Historic Site in Vancouver, British Columbia. Located in Vancouver's oldest neighborhood is the steam-powered clock, which is Gastown's most famous landmark. Make sure to tune in to Digital Nest every Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. I am Lou Aquino, EBC correspondent, and I am one with 25.